He did it through midfield.
Wakey has not though. Old Wakey is straight into the fence, and Stickers might take advantage here. There's damage on Old Wakey's car.
What is he doing? Oh boy! Oh, big crash. Huge crash. Glasses into him. Glasses into him.
Less than a second away from the podium.
It's not over till it's over.
Get the try. Who's it gonna be? Oh my god! He gets it. Does he get him? He goes into the lead. Oh my god! Oh, that is absolutely incredible. Oh my!
He's too deep. Oh, he's in him. Oh, it's drama. Drama. Oh. He's gone for a move very opportunistic. Oh, that came out of nowhere from Morgan Davis.
The battle back for second is an absolute hot rocket. Oh, there's a big tap from Raceman. Wakey Raceman to the wall. But he's recovered straight away. That bump was so lucky. We'll get a quick
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sector 1 is back. It is, of course, the Sector 1 Season 7 pre-season. And, oh, do we have a massive race lineup for you tonight. We have the Porsche Caymans, the GT4 cars, in two 12-lap races around Trial Mountain. And the second of those will be based on reverse grid of the first race's race results. My name is Lenocis, and joining me in the commentary box tonight is Gur. How are we doing tonight, Gur?
G'day everyone, really good. 13 drivers, half the field are returning, the other half are brand new to Sector 1. 2 tyre compounds over 12 laps. I mean, what could go wrong? I reckon the races will have everything. It'll be good.
Yeah, we have massive tyre wear tonight. It's 3 times tyres, 6 times tyres, 3 times fuel, is what I meant to say. And I think you said it best, Gur. We have a massive lineup of drivers, of new, old, and even returning drivers back to the series. So we'll get to see some of these drivers on track and get to meet them and see how they drive. So I'm looking forward to every minute that's ahead of us. The only thing left to do now, I think, is to click that big red button that is all shiny and polished for Season 7. What do you reckon, Guru?
My word, just sending a note to the drivers now to let them know we're on the way. And it's go.
Here we go. Oh, it hasn't been long since the last stream, but I'm looking forward to Sector 1. It feels so long since that last stream, though. The last time we were racing in Sector 1, but it was only 2 weeks, but it's incredible. As all the drivers are waiting in their pit boxes as we're about to go green. It looks like everybody is on the soft tyre except for Freelix. Freelix is the only one who has picked the medium tyre to go out.
Yeah, he might have had that set from the just the practice before, but
as it looks like the grid has been mixed up a little bit, so we'll have to wait till they get to the start-finish line, to the timing line, to see if the order in which these drivers are out there. I believe leading the way is Pre-Seasonj in his Rocket Motorsport Porsche that looks incredible. It reminds me of those Grand GP colours of that 2009, 2010 Grand GP F1. But magnificent car, I reckon. One of the better liveries out there tonight. And alongside, we have Hellraiser, who is another one of our returning drivers, actually. And he is in another magnificent livery as well. T-Mobile, that pink and black, just looks spectacular on the Porsche.
Yeah, I think this will be, there's 5 or 6, all were ducking into the 159s in the practice, probably holding secrets close to their chest, but I think this qualifying will be very tight as we get to the end of it. And only, what, 5 laps? Actually, four quick ones.
Yeah, it's only a 10-minute qualifying tonight, so these guys are going to be rushed for time. So for a lot of these guys, if you screw up one of your laps, it'll be do or die at the end of the session.
All right, we'll have Blind Man first. I don't know.
It will be Hellraiser the first one across the line, followed by Cruz and then Blind Man, and TJ just behind them, who was in a Golf livery with the orange and sky blue. It's looking incredible. He's sporting the number 420. Killer on the loose, who's just in a plain old metallic purple Porsche tonight with some golden wheels. It's definitely a simple livery, I guess you could say, but
I suspect it might have been a bit last minute.
Jeesh it looks like he's just in the default Porsche livery, the Cayman livery, fortunately. So talk about a rushed livery. Diswood just behind Jeesh, and he's sporting the CP colours today. Well, I say CP colours. He's got the CP badge on the car, but he's got a lot of colours on that vehicle. Bez Media on the front bumper with the chrome gold on that front left panel of the car. It looks incredible. And the new entry, Sector 1 as well. Halesy, as I think how we're supposed to say that. Halesy 80 is in a another one in the default Porsche tonight, and Scar, who we don't know much about this guy, but he seems to be teammates or close with Blind Man, so we don't know what to expect from this guy, but he's here tonight, and we'll see him see what he can do and see where he can put himself tonight. ISA Diabolus. So ISA, they're the new team on the block, one of the new teams on the block in Sector 1. And Diabolus, he's the head honcho over at ISA, and he's out here tonight ready to show the guys what he's all about. So we see a few lap times coming through. Rev's Law, right on the rear bumper of ISA, Diabolus, and another one of the new entrants. See lap times up and down. Jeesh going to the top of the pile. Hellraiser second. Diswood third. And TJ comes straight into the pits. He's got a penalty, so already half the time gone for these guys. So maybe TJ trying a little something different on the strategy.
Yeah, but Jeesh and Hellraiser, no mucking around, straight into the 158s. Actually, the kilometres on these cars are really interesting. They go from about 23 kilometres to 400, and most around the 100k, so the practice levels are varied.
Yeah, definitely. Some of these guys jumping in the car just for today, and some others, they've had a bit of practice with it. So leading the way is the Ascension Racing man himself, Jeesh, in his default colours Porsche, who leads Hellraiser by a tenth of a second.
Hellraiser was 7/10 then, but
and Diswood in third. I think Diswood may have exited out to the pit lane, which usually we're not too fond of. If this were a Sector 1 official race, I think the stewards would want to have a bit of a word, but it's just a pre-season fun race, so...
Yeah. And Killer's picked up a penalty, and that hurts on this track from memory. It's just here on the start of the main straight, so yeah, that kills your momentum.
As he goes around again, there's a seems like everybody's gone around again, basically. Scar's pitting, Cruisen's in. And anybody else into the pit lane? Diabolus is in. I think he's actually given up on the qualifying here. He's not going anywhere. As TJ has picked up 3.5 seconds of penalties. How has he done that?
The scenic route.
That is not ideal.
And Hellraiser's purples through the first sector. They're taking it to each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Geesh and Hellraiser, they found each other on track a lot of the time in the latter half of Season 6. And they're looking forward to take off where they left off last season. As Geesh is also purple.
And balance of power, all the cars are identical.
Absolutely. Let's see if Hellraiser is purple as he rounds into the final sector. No, he's 0.6 down, had a massive moment in that second sector somewhere.
Yeah, just into that turn in of that last corner. A bit of a bobble.
And Scar also has a 3.5 second penalty. So I'm not too sure whether these guys are picking up the large amounts of penalties, but it's not great for your qualifying lap if you've got 3.5 seconds of penalties behind you. We didn't quite catch that, but I have a feeling Geesh might be purple again. Currently has a lap time of 1:58.758. Let's see what he can do as he rounds the second to last series of corners and into the penultimate corner now. It's a slow chicane, first or second gear corner. You really have to pick your line well, and he gets on the power early, accelerating out of the corner. Oh, grazing the wall.
Just cut the wall.
That's not great. And he's going to cross the line, and he might actually still go quicker here. And
yes.
He does, massively. Even with the touch on the wall, and he goes 3.5 tenths quicker than Hellraiser.
Geez, these right-hand tyres on the cars here, copper hiding. That'll come into play.
Second penalty. As Diswood is heading off onto a flying lap. It should be the last opportunity he gets of this session. As Revslaw peels into the pits as well. So we'll just follow Woody as he heads on this final qualifying lap of the session. Currently in P3. Let's see if he can improve to potentially be on the front row.
Yeah, he's got good tyres on, so from the pit stop.
Oh, not the greatest first sector. 3.5 tenths down.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a moment through there. Lost a lot of momentum going through into the tunnels.
As he heads down the massive main straight at the back of the track. Comes to the rise and then back down the hill. This is where your speed shoots up into the 70s. And onto the brakes, into the braking zone now. Long sweeping left-hander. Gets the car turned in on the power. Using all the curb that's available to him. And down the hill. It's a tricky braking zone, this one. If you don't get it quite right, you'll lock up in the car or either pull to the left or right. But same as this one, but it looks like he's got it well. And onto the power. Gets it out of the corner and heads down towards the final series of corners. Car stopped and turned in. Rounding the last corner and onto the power, avoiding that wall. And it looks like it's going to be
great
tight.
Great lap by Blind Man.
Oh, Blind Man puts himself up into P3.
Lap.
And Woody retakes that, marginally pipping Blind Man by 0.005 of a second.
Yeah, and
wow.
Cruisen would have been there, but he gave the wall a good nudge coming onto the start-finish straight, which killed time.
As Moy Begum crosses the line. same as Felix. They are P8 and 9 respectively. And I think there's only one more car left to go. It is Scar. As Scar crosses the line, and he will improve. Goes to P2 on the front row.
Yep.
Hellraiser up into P3 as well. Wow, what a qualifying session. So that is how these guys will line up.
Yep. Six tenths between 1 and 5.
Oh, wowee. Geesh, taking the pole by just 0.03 of a second. Scar in second place, takes the second spot on the front row with a 3.5 tenth gap back to Hellraiser, who's pipped out Diswood and Blind Man, only just. Cruising behind them as well by 1.5 tenths. Rev's Law, half-second jump from Cruising. Boybegum behind Rev's Law by 2 tenths. And behind Boybegum is Felix by 1 tenth. Halesey comes in 4 tenths behind Felix. Killer is 4 tenths under Halesey. TJ is half a tenth off Killer. And Diabolus rounds out the rear with a 2:04.6. So I am looking forward to the next 12 laps of this race. Absolutely. It looks like we're ready to get underway whenever you ready to hit the big red button for a second time tonight, Guru.
Yep, here we go. Start orders have been given. 8 seconds.
So we're about to get into the racing, and they've fixed the start glitch, so we will be able to see the starting procedure tonight. They're lined up on the grid, the false start check. That's 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 lights. And it's all out, and we're racing here at Trial Mountain. Geesh gets off to a good start. Sky is starting to peel alongside, but I can't quite see what's going on. It looks like, Diswood tried to go down the outside of Scar, but it couldn't quite pull it off. It looks like it's drama, everybody. Yeah. There's 3 cars gone there. Oh, Blind Man had such a good qualifying session, but unfortunately wasn't to be. Finds himself at the back of the pack. There was somebody else that went out there who's exited out, but I'm not too sure who that was. Oh, more contact as they head down towards to complete the first sector. They're scrapping at the back of the pack here.
Yeah, we had 4 through 7 just fighting for not enough real estate in that corner.
The first few series of turns are absolutely deadly around here. As Scar mounting an attack on Geesh. Geesh marking his territory, but Scar doesn't mind about that. Sticks it down the inside anyway. Can we see a move down into the hairpin? Scar gets it pulled up. He goes into the lead of the race and gets it covered off. What a move. Great stuff from Scar.
Yeah, when you get it right on that corner, it's a great feeling. It's probably the best overtaking part on this track.
As we'll look back on the Next Level Racing action replay of what happened there. Scar had him down the back straight. And
good move by Hellraiser there.
And I'm not too sure what happened there, but something happened with the Next Level Racing action replay, and it wasn't as smooth as we usually like to see it. So we might revisit that one a little bit later in the race. But for now, Scar leading Geesh barely. And Hellraiser sitting behind Geesh, Diswood behind him, and cruising right on the tail of Diswood.
We've got a real tyre compound mix up here. I'll just quickly run through them. We've got Scar on softs, Geesh on mediums, Hellraiser on softs, Diswood on mediums, cruising on softs. So Isa is on softs.
Oh, Geesh went wide at turn 2. And now he's under a lot of pressure from Hellraiser. Hellraiser's going to stick it down the inside. Gets it pulled up in time, does he? Geesh trying to stick it around the outside, and they're side by side through the first sector.
Just
Oh,
clip
a
the
little
wall
bit of
through
contact.
another curve.
They've
Yeah.
kept it mostly clean. Oh. As Hellraiser moves himself up into P2. And this fighting is brilliant for Scar, as Scar is just going to peel away from the guys behind. And it looks like Diswood's also making a move on Geesh. Alongside, as they go down the back straight. So is out of these front guys, is Hellraiser, Geesh the only one on soft tyres?
We've got Scar and Hellraiser on softs. We've got
Oh,
Geesh on mediums.
3 wide as they go into the hairpin.
And Diswood on mediums. So.
Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, that's right. The 1 and 2 are on softs. 3 and 4 are on mediums.
Oh, this is massive racing between these guys. These front 5 are going at it hammer and tongs. Only 2 laps into this one.
These 2 at the front have really got to make some ground now, because those tyres on the right hand side will be terrible around lap 6. Or from lap 4 up. It'll bring the mediums into play.
As they round the final corner now, this front 5, as Geesh has dropped all the way from 1st to 5th in the opening 2 laps. It just shows you the pace difference between the soft and medium tyre. As Hellraiser sets the fastest lap with a 1:59 flat there. He is the fastest man on track by about 1/10 of a second so far.
And Blind Man's came from 12th. He's come back from 12th in that first lap incident through to 6th.
What an absolute climb through the pack from Blind Man. As Geesh sticks a move on Woody into turn 4. Coming into turn 5, Woody just seems to be content with sitting behind for the moment, but knowing him, he will chuck a move as soon as he gets the opportunity. Which he goes for it now alongside, Geesh cuts it off. As they both, just millimetres of road left on the inside. But now, Diswood is going to have the slipstream all the way down the back straight.
Yeah, and Cruisin's up on the back of Hellraiser now, and they're going to fight this next corner. It's on. As
Hellraiser goes around the outside of Scar.
Contact.
Huge contact. But it looks like Hellraiser's still holding alongside. Is he able to hold
that's
it?
That's not going to work.
Hellraiser, the one that has to concede
Great
there.
driving,
But now
guys.
that's just brought Cruisin straight back into it. 7/10 separating these front 3 now. We're only 3 laps into the race.
And all 3 on softs.
Oh wow, this is some good stuff. As Diswood unable to get the move done on Geesh. But Blind Man has a massive gap to make up. 7 seconds the gap to Diswood now. The Scar is back into the lead of the race after that scuffle with Hellraiser. But Hellraiser isn't going to give up that easily. He's on a rise to form at the end of Season 6 and now hoping to continue that into Season 7, which in the pre-season so far it's looking like that is happening.
Yeah. All 3 are sparing no revs. There's no short shifting happening here. They're up it.
With only 12 laps in this race, the fuel potentially won't be an issue in this one. They should be able to make the whole 12 laps on 1 tank of fuel, but there is a pit stop to consider. With 6 times wear rates, these guys will have to stop at some point, and I'd imagine it would be sometime in the near future. Lap 4, those softs are going to be screaming already. Cruisin just peeling off the back of the front 2 a little bit. That gap edging out to about a second.
I'll tell you what, it'd be interesting where Geesh comes into play here. He's not that far back, and his mediums are hardly worn.
There might have been a little bit of contact that I saw in the background there between Hellraiser and Scar, but it seems like it's all settled itself out again as Cruisin closes right up to the back of him once again. as these front three head down into the second to last corner. There's absolutely nothing separating these front five at the moment. 3.5 seconds covering the entire lot of them. They head down into the fast left, right, left to start the lap, the 5th lap. Hellraiser just 7/10 behind Scar at this point.
Yeah, it'd be interesting here if we see Blind Man come in early. He's really taken it out of his tyres in that run back from last place through. Yeah, go on mediums early. He's doing comparable times to the top runners.
So what tyres is everybody on again? So Scar, the
Okay,
front
we've
three
got
are on softs, aren't they?
Scar, Hellraiser and Cruisin are all on softs. Cruisin's probably slightly worse on the right-hand side out of those guys. Jesus on mediums, maybe 15% worn. Same with Diswood. Blind Man's probably got about, he's used 70% of his tyres, I'd say, with that big charge, especially on the right-hand side. Freelix, medium, probably 25%.
Battle between Freelix and Boibagum here, as Boibagum sticks the move on Freelix down to the braking zone, holding Freelix to the outside of the track, then sweeps in, gets on the power early, and Freelix going to have a switchback move attempt here, but unable to pull alongside. You don't want to go through this part 2x2. As they start to head down the hill. And it looks like Freelix trying to stick it on the outside. He's still trying to find a way around Boibagum.
Good run out of the corner.
On the power early, and Freelix might try and stick it down
defensive.
the outside. Boibagum going very defensive into the corner.
Oh, we're giving each other room there.
Gets the cars.
Oh,
Oh,
cut the
Freelix
wall.
into the wall. We'll try and catch that one on the... Oh no, Freelix thinking about a move. Can he do it into the first turn? I don't think he's quite close enough at this point. No, not quite. So we'll have a look on the Next Level Racing action replay at that last one. And no, it appears that the Next Level Racing action replay still is having a few issues for us tonight. So we might just have to do without for this evening's proceedings. It looks like there's something not quite right, and it's...
Hellraiser's taken it right up the Scar here on the back straight, and I reckon he's got to run. He's all over him. But he's on the outside, so... A little bit of side drafting.
We see a few drivers peeling into the pits. Looks like Isa and TJ have both pit for medium tyres now. The interesting thing is that Geesh and Diswood are on the same tyres.
Yeah.
But they're on the mediums, but they've also gone the same distance at the moment. Oh, as everybody peels into the pits!
Yeah.
Oh, that was very, very late from Scar. That might come with an invoice from the stewards.
Yeah,
So it
Blind
looks-
Man's in as well. He had 0 left on his right front.
Ooh. As
And
Boibagum
not too much
goes
left
around
on the
again,
back.
Freelix peels in. As Halsey, it appears as though he's got a half-second penalty and will have to serve it on this lap. So now Boibagum will inherit the lead of the race. Oh no.
Killer's gone around again.
Oh. So Boibagum will inherit the lead of the race from these guys. They're at the halfway mark. It's a very big transit time around here. As Scar, inspector. Oh yes, as we thought, he picks up that 3-second penalty for the pit line,
Pit line,
as it was
yeah.
a very drastic dive into the pits at the last second. So that has pretty much ruined his race as it is. So Geesh comes out of pits third out of these guys. Cruzen and Diswood. Diswood and Geesh looking to have a massive charge back to the front of the pack. But as it stands, Scar holds the lead of the race.
Yeah,
albeit
Geesh is
with a
through on
3-second
Hellraiser.
penalty. Geesh straight away. Hellraiser tries
Yep.
to stick it back up the inside, but Geesh, with the extra grip, just carries the
Yeah.
car around the outside. Nothing can
Those
do about
racing
that.
softs, they made a big difference.
Absolutely. As we watch as Hellraiser might try and stick one around the outside now. As he pulls alongside, but I think Geesh is just going to have the extra grip. No! Hellraiser holds it around the outside. Oh, almost grazing that wall. As Diswood makes his way past Cruzen as well, we see in the background. As they start to head down the hill now.
Actually, VTX pulled nearly a full second out to try and minimise that damage.
As Voibegum and Killer pit off their medium tyres, same as Halsey. As Scar will have to burn his 3-second penalty, and I imagine he'll drop all the way to the back of this pack now for his pit lane infringement. Geesh goes into the lead of the race, Hellraiser into second,
through.
Diswood into third, and will Cruzen get Scar as well? Yes, he does. And Scar all the way down to 5th place. As Hellraiser Diswood almost runs up the back of Hellraiser, I should say. As Geesh has extended that gap to Hellraiser to 1.3 seconds now.
Oh.
1.5. Just keeps growing and growing. As Diswood sticks one around the outside of Hellraiser. The superior grip levels, tries to switch back. Can't quite get the car turned in enough. As Diswood going to try and make a move down into the hairpin on Hellraiser. Cruzen following him through. Just 3/10 either side. And then Scar directly behind Cruzen as well. These four bumper to bumper.
Look at the grip of those softs up the inside.
Tries to get through Hellraiser, tries it down the inside. They're side by side. I think Woody will have to concede there. Yes, he does. But now Hellraiser trying not to leave the door open, but it looks like he almost...
Yep, inside line.
Woody's going to chuck it down the inside. We saw a very similar move from Morgan Davey last time we were here at Trial Mountain.
Oh,
but
great
Hellraiser
switch.
holds on to the position.
And have a look between
Cruzen
VDX and
sticks
Cruzen.
it down the inside of contact! That's not going to work. 3 into 1. Oh. It's all sorted itself out there, though. No position changes, aside from Cruzen getting the better of Scar there. Hellraiser holds on to P2. This battle for the podium is still well and truly on. Through the first series of turns now. And it looks like Diswood is right on the back of Hellraiser, still knocking at the front door. He's going to try around the outside into turn 5, little bit of contact. Oh, just keeping Hellraiser honest, and he's going to go through. The superior grip, just proving its worth for Woody. Gets through on Hellraiser, but Hellraiser's not going to give up that easily. He may be down on grip, but he's going to push till the end. A Scar right up underneath Cruzen's rear wing. Gets a brilliant exit out of turn 7. to get the move done. Sticks his nose in, he's
Yeah.
alongside.
Yes, big move under brakes.
Great stuff from Scar. But Cruisin' tries the switchback. Hellraiser and Woody still going at it as well. Nowhere to pass for Cruisin' through there.
Yeah, Jesus really setting a statement up here. He's 4.6 seconds ahead, doing a great job on those soft tyres. The wear is a lot different to the guys that run them on the first stint. It almost looks like half the wear rate at the 3-lap mark.
And he is set the fastest lap on the previous lap with a 1:58.4, which, I thought he might get close to overruling that lap again, but unfortunately he doesn't. Woody sets a personal quickest lap of a 59.6.
Yeah, not being in the battles, it's just really helping those soft tyres where it can hold smooth lines.
As they head up the hill now through the first tunnel, as the gap between Hellraiser and Discwood out to a second and a half already. It looks like a battle between the mediums and the hards at this rate. Makes you think though, will these guys opt for an alternate strategy in the second half of this race of tonight's proceedings? We still do have a reverse grid race, and that might be what these three need to get past Woody and Jeesh.
Yeah, definitely the guys on softs for this last bit, because they were so close at the pit stop, have just been able to run away in the second stint.
As the gap's
I shouldn't say run away, they're fighting for it, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. 3/4 of a second between Hellraiser, Scar, and then another 3/4 of a second back to Jeesh at this rate. But, I mean, not Jeesh, Cruisin', I should say. As they head down the hill.
Yeah, Scar's taken 2/10 of Hellraiser in a couple of corners.
Yeah, the battle for this podium is not over yet, as Scar wants this position off Hellraiser. As Scar just 3/10 off the back of Hellraiser at the moment.
And getting a really good toe.
Absolutely. He could even go for a move here. He's almost close enough, but not quite. As they head through the left, right, left. The first sector and into the tunnel. Scar's going to stick it up the inside. Gets it pulled up. Hellraiser trying on the outside to compromise Scar's exit. And now Hellraiser. This is where Woody got him. But it looks like this time he covers it off well. But Scar's going to have another go at Hellraiser. Sticks it down the inside into turn 6.
Oh, bit of a drift. Yep.
Oh, a little bit of contact as Scar just slammed the door shut on Hellraiser. But now Hellraiser, he's going to have the slipstream the entire way down the back straight. Let's see what happens with just one lap to go after this one. This is anybody's podium at this point. Cruisin' still isn't even out of the mix. As Hellraiser peels to the outside, sends Scar narrow. Tries to sweep around the outside, but can't quite do it. Not enough grip. Scar defends his position into the hairpin.
Yep. Identical cars, identical tyre wear, identical fuel. They're leaving nothing on the table.
Oh, as Hellraiser just scraping the wall there, but he's going to have one more go at it. One more crack to try and catch Scar and take the podium. As Jeesh heads onto the back straight for the final lap. As the gap between Scar and Hellraiser out to just over 8/10 now. And now Cruisin' is back into it as well. Nothing between these three all race long, and it's going to come down to the wire.
Great run through there for Hellraiser.
Oh, huge air from Hellraiser as he clips the curb, just sends the car into the air. As they come through the tunnel for the last time. Hellraiser massively catching up to the back of Scar here. And now he's going to be right under the rear wing for the final corner. I mean, the final straight, I should say.
And getting in that close, it'll give him a great run into that braking area.
Hellraiser has set a personal quickest lap through the first sector. Oh, wow, this is the closest they've ever been, heading down to the hairpin for the final time.
Yep, Scar holding that the inside line for the corner.
Is Hellraiser going to try and sneak it down the inside still? He's waiting for Scar to open it up, but it never comes. Hellraiser has to try and sweep it around the outside once again. Looks like he's got more alongside this time, but oh, it's not going to be enough. Hellraiser is going to have two more half opportunities, but can he get it done? It's going to be so tight. Oh, Hellraiser's gone! Oh, no!
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, that's what we were talking about earlier with the lockup. When the suspension bottoms out coming over the peak, it all goes to waste. If you get it all wrong, and that's exactly what's happened to Hellraiser there. As we look up to Geesh, as he comes across the finish line, the back straight now, and that'll be an easy and comfortable win for the Ascension Racing man. Woody, in his return to Sector 1, albeit pre-seasoned, takes a solid P2, and Scar, the new man on the block, takes P3, Cruisin' P4, and Hellraiser will take P5. Blind Man,
that was a great race.
Livery.
Those guys left nothing on the table there.
6th for Blind Man, 7th for Freelix, 8th for Boy Begum, Killer All come home in 9, Halesy in 10, Toe Jam in P11, a while back behind the rest of the grid. As he rounds the final corner now, getting a bit of screen time in his beautiful golf livery. Heads towards the finish line, crosses in P11 for TJ. And Diabolus will come home in P12 to complete the grid. Rounds the final corner now. Onto the power and gets the car up, barreling down towards the finish line. And that will be it for these guys.
Yeah. One reverse grid coming up.
As we look at the results, so Geesh takes the victory. So great stuff from Geesh to get his car into P1. He was there or thereabouts the entire race, so good stuff from Geesh. And we'll just have a look at the overall results. So Geesh with a time of 24 minutes and 32 seconds with a quickest lap of a 1:58.4 takes P1 today. Diswood in P2, Scar in P3, Cruisin' P4, Hellraiser P5, Blind Man P6, Freelix P7, Boy Begum 8th, Killer 9th, Halesy 10th, TJ 11th, Diabolus 12th, and Rev's Law was the guy that didn't make it to the end, the retiree for that first proceeding. So don't go anywhere, guys, as we're about to have our reverse grid race, another 12 laps around Trial Mountain, and yeah, we're just going to take a short intermission as we fix up the grid to get ready for the second race. So don't go anywhere, guys, and we'll talk to you as soon as we're ready to go. So catch you guys in just a few minutes. Hello everybody, we are back and we've sorted out the technical stuff for the reverse grid, and we will be doing that momentarily. I believe it's another 12-lap race, reverse grid, and we're ready to go.
No worries. Comms are sent. Race is starting.
Alright, here we go. Race number 2.
This tyre strategy is going to be really interesting in this race, given how those softs came into play in that last stint. But the fast guys have got to get through the pack here.
As they're lined up on the grid and waiting. And 5 lights. They are out, and we are racing here for the second time at Trial Mountain. And it looks like Diabolus gets off to a great start, blistering start from him. And TJ's going to try down the inside. Oh, covers it. Oh, contact. Oh, they're almost all gone. Oh, that's Cruz. No, who's that gone? Oh, it's Rev's Law again. He's been taken out in turn 1 both times. Oh dear. Not a way to start off your second race for Rev's Law, but up front TJ takes the lead of the race. And Halsey looks like he's going to go into P2 as well, as these guys, it's bunching up so much behind everybody. Oh dear.
Oh, there's plenty of shoulders down from 6 back. Wow.
This is so chaotic as everybody clips the wall there. Oh. And looking back up front, it's TJ who leads Halsey ahead of Diabolus. Killer and Deleuze takes P4 at the moment. And cruising all the way up into P5 already.
Yeah, he's one of the few on softs. So all the guys behind him are running mediums. So he'll need to make a bit of a run.
As they're all fighting for scraps at this point.
Oh.
A little bit of contact, but
yeah,
everyone keeps it in a straight line so far. As Felix, he's side by side with Scar at the moment. As Scar shucks one down the inside and almost runs up the back of Hellraiser. As Felix taps the side of Scar. Scar doesn't give him any room. But now Jeesh right up on the back of Felix there. As it's all kicking off. They're 3-4 wide for P4. Look at this, into turn 1. They've all sorted themselves out. Cruising and Hellraiser side by side. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's contact. Felix is gone. Oh no.
no.
It looked like contact with Jeesh there. We'll just have one more go at the Next Level Racing Action Replay, and if it doesn't work, we'll just have to bear with it tonight. It doesn't look like it's working for us. Oh, we have a little bit. It is somewhat working, so we'll see if we can catch what happened there. No, it really isn't working. It's not too happy. So not too sure what's happening with the Next Level Racing Action Replay tonight, but it's really not healthy. So we'll have to sort that out next time we go racing.
And TJ's, he's pulled out a big lead now. He's just about up to 2.5 seconds going through the second lap. And he's on soft, so he's got to do this. So it'll be interesting to see how this all peters out around lap 6, because TJ can be pretty quick. He didn't have a good run in that first race, so can't discount just where he's going to end up here.
So Cruisin is up into P3, doing a brilliant job.
So TJ and Cruisin are out of the top 3. They're both on softs.
So Halsey's on mediums.
Mediums, that's right, and pretty much everyone behind's all sitting on mediums. So
as Scar gets a move done on Killer into the second to last corner. Oh, somebody locks up there. I wasn't too sure who that was. It looked like Blind Man or Woody there. As Scar gets past Killer. Great stuff from Scar up into P4. Eyes forward.
Right.
As we see Woody right up under the rear wing of Geesh now. Is he able to get the move done? That's the big question. No, they keep it single file through the first few turns. As something's happened to Hellraiser as well, as he's down to P9. Same as Diabolus. Diabolus down to P11 now as he gets overtaken by Boibergun there. As TJ just extending his legs even further. 3.1 seconds the gap to Halsey now.
Killer's being monstered by the three behind him.
Oh, Killer. He's battling for his life, but he's got three heavyweights directly behind him. Oh, bumper to bumper these guys. This is great stuff. Geesh peels out. Woody will follow him.
And Blind Man's looking for a run as well.
Blind Man will follow him through as well.
And
is Killer going to lose three positions in one corner here? Yes, he is, but Woody goes through. So does Blind Man. As Geesh drops back down to P7.
Oh, he's running up the inside through here. There's not a lot of room. Wow.
These
good
guys,
driving.
very intense driving, absolutely. As it looks like Blind Man and Geesh are still going at it. Geesh tries around the outside and he's holding him honest.
Yeah.
My goodness, great stuff from Geesh.
I would have hit the wall 4 times through there.
As hell, Killer!
Down the inside!
Oh, did he get it done? Oh!
I think he can hold this.
Yeah! Oh no! No, Killer! Oh, he's pointing sideways.
Oh dear.
Oh no. Oh, the heroics from Killer had almost paid off.
That would have been the move of the race.
But unfortunately it hasn't panned out for him. As we look back up front, TJ's almost got a 4-second lead here. And looking at how things are going at the moment, there is a massive gap to the quick guys behind. 7 seconds to the real quick ones like Diswood and Geesh, but Cruisin is just behind TJ, 4.3 seconds. So, do you reckon TJ can go all the way? That's the big question.
Well, he's flat 2s into the high 59s. The other guys, the quick guys, are in the mid 158s and the first stint on softs, so he might just have a little bit. Depends how he goes these next 2.5 laps, but as I said, we know TJ's fast. He hasn't raced Sector 1 for a while, but he gets on in the lobbies and has a bit of a muck around.
So that gap, it goes back up to 4.3 seconds as it looks like Cruisin. We see Halsey going for a move on Scar in a very unorthodox place on track. Almost makes it stick. As Diswood's peeled away from Geesh here. 1.5 seconds to back to Geesh. He's got eyes forward once again.
Actually, with TJ, if we can change his name to Div 1 Prospect, he might win it.
Div 1 Prospect. We call him Sandbags. That's what Womble's saying. Womble in chat is asking if Toe Jam was sandbagging in race 1. The way he's going at the moment, he probably was. I'm just going to be honest.
Well, it's nothing like a reverse grid.
Oh, wow. Lap 5 we're on now.
Ooh. Those softs are starting to come off a bit. He's lost half a second through the first bit, TJ has.
Oh dear.
But Cruisin is he's a little bit quicker at the moment, but it's you're seeing it in his tyre wear.
As it looks like TJ's lost half a second through this first sector, which isn't ideal, but another lap or so and he'll be peeling into the pits and get some new rubber on the car and see what he can do. Question is, will the two quick guys behind him be able to close up, or Oh, as Killer is gone, so I'm not too sure what's happened there. Maybe a disconnect. Killer usually isn't the kind of guy to leave a lobby, but don't know for certain at the moment. As Scar is just holding onto the back of Cruisin at the moment. Just keeping him honest.
Jesus got Halsey through here.
Halsey and Geesh fighting. It makes them look like they're teammates with the same liveries, but Halsey is holding off against one of Sector 1's best. As they round the third to last corner, heading down towards the penultimate
TJ's
bend.
in the pits.
Oh,
He's pitted early.
Geesh is in as well on the mediums.
Yeah, so he's going to run 7 laps on the softs.
Blind
But he
man's
did
in
have
as
the
well.
best. He did have the best time management on softs by a long shot in the first race.
As Cruisin inherits the lead, but with Scar directly behind him, breathing down his neck.
0.16, 1-2.
Oh, Scar just sort of fakes to one side, dummies the move, trying to see if get some movement out of Cruisin, but Cruisin, he's smart with his racing and decides
Nicely
to
covered
just hold
through
his
there.
line.
Yeah, it is so hard to follow closely through that series of corners.
As we see Ice and Revs going at it as TJ comes out on a set of mediums. Behind these guys going at her at hammer and tongs. Oh, almost contact. Oh, is Revs gone?
Oh, he's gone.
Revs, oh, Revs, he's clipped the grass and it's just turned his car around. It's not a great outing for Revs. As we see Hellraiser right behind Halsey.
And soon to be in front, I think, on the brakes here. He's got the inside.
Absolutely. Got the inside line, gets the car turned in, and no room on the inside for Halsey, and it looks like Hellraiser. Oh, actually, Halsey pulls alongside, but has to concede, unfortunately.
Being the 6th lap, I think you'll see them all come in now, these medium guys, and run on the softs.
Will Scar come in? No, Scar goes around again. Cruisin peels in. Woody's in as well. Hellraiser and Halsey too. Boybegun will be the next to make the decision. He goes around again as well. Freelix peels into the pits. Diabolus will round the third to last corner. Goes round once again. Revs into the pits. TJ and Geesh battling. So Geesh has made mega ground. So this is for the lead of the race here, as Geesh overtakes TJ. TJ's had an off, I reckon. There's no way. Surely TJ's
I was trying to work out what happened there.
Yeah, surely, because TJ was 12 seconds up the road from Geesh. Unless
Geesh is pitted. No, he's pitted. He's running softs. And
as
I think
Woody
TJ's had a moment.
Yeah, I'm sure TJ's had a moment somewhere. Surely, yeah.
He might have heard the Div 1 sledge.
His last lap time was a 2:18 compared to Geesh's 2:10, so he's had it on, which isn't great for TJ. But the person who is on paper in the lead of the race is Cruisin. Cruisin is now leading the race. He is yet to pit. I mean, no, he has pit.
He has pitted. He's on medium. All the fellas behind are on softs.
Oh dear, that's not great for Cruisin. That's not what you want to hear.
And
as we
probably
see Geesh going on a move for Diswood. Can Woody hold it? Oh, it looks like he sort of can. No, not quite. G takes
He
that
backed
position
out of
from
that.
Woody.
Yeah. Yeah.
As Scar peels into the pits, so does Boybegan.
I think this is where you'll see the fastest lap tumble. Oh,
Cruising,
down the
running
inside.
for his life. As Isa Diabolus. It looks like he's got in the way of the other guys here, but he peels into the pits and Woody up into P4 again. But geez, going to stick it straight down the inside. And Woody going to try around the outside. It looks like he's got the move actually. Got the position. It should be Woody's. But now it's a drag race down to the finish line. But it looks like Geesh gets the position here.
Geez, they drove that corner well, gave each other room on that Armco.
As Scar comes out miles ahead of the other guys. Look at this. 1.5 seconds. And he's on soft tyres.
Softs, yeah.
Cruisin has a 2-second gap to Geesh and Woody behind. He's praying that these two heavyweights fight and fight and fight. Which at the moment, it seems to be what they're doing. Just a little bit of tussling, a little bit of wrestling. As Geesh sits in the personal fastest sector.
Yeah, and Scar only has to run 5 laps on these tyres, so that'll keep him in the sub-2s before the wear starts really impacting the lap times. So if we can hold it together.
As Cruisin still trying to close in on Scar as well. But he's lost half of his time to Geesh behind in this last sector alone.
TJ and Hellraiser are going for it down the main straight, the back straight.
Where's TJ? There he is.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we've got Halsey on the outside of Blind Man.
Oh, look at this. This is great
Jeez, he
stuff.
loves that inside line through there. It'll probably be one of the hardest lines to take on this track.
This is great racing. The top 7 are all within 5 seconds, 5.5 seconds. As Blind Man sticks it down the inside of Halsey.
Yeah, and gets the run.
Oh, looks like
no.
he's going to get the move done. No. As
They
TJ
swapped
pulls
to the
him
inside.
through.
Yeah.
Oh, now TJ's under pressure. Halsey going to try around the outside.
Geez, that Gulf Western livery looks great.
Absolutely. It's one of the best liveries on the grid, I reckon. And now they're bumper to bumper, still going at it. TJ's going to try around the outside, but now that gives Blind Man the slipstream off these guys.
Yeah, bit of side drafting.
Yeah, absolutely. From
Hello,
these guys,
I'm
a little
there.
bit of rubbing. As TJ thinks about trying around the outside, but 2x2 through that corner is not the way to go. Oh, he sticks it to the inside! What a move! Oh my goodness! Oh wow! That was incredible from TJ!
Oh, look at Blind Man's run down into here.
Oh wow! And then Blind Man gets the move done on Halsey. Oh wow! That was one of the best moves you will ever see in a motor race.
And clean.
There was no contact. The door opened and he just chucked it down the inside. Oh, couldn't have done it any
got
better.
A great run up here.
Yeah, Blind Man, TJ's in danger from behind. Doesn't quite defend as hard as he could have, but he's going to have
Here
the
it
outside
comes.
line. And
Hello,
now
I'm
Halsey
here.
might get the run as well. Is Halsey going to stick it somewhere?
He's flashing the lights.
Oh!
What
There's a little bit of contact.
Oh, TJ's gone.
I believe TJ, he moved over at the last second. So did Halsey, and Halsey had nowhere to go and he ran up the back of it.
Yeah, he just heard the crunch and then the tyres.
Yeah, it wasn't great. But that was a magnificent battle between those guys.
And Cruisin is all over Diswood at the moment.
Oh, Cruisin's dropped back to 4th.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
But he's the first of the runners on mediums. So he's doing a really good job there.
Absolutely from Cruisin. As these guys in the background are still going at it. Blind Man and Halsey. these front five, they're tail to bumper, honestly. Just going at it. Scar has a massive lead. He's only got to do 2.5 more laps, and he'll have won it.
Yeah, and actually, I wouldn't discount Hellraiser and Cruisin' for the podium at this point. They're just chipping away at this.
Yeah, I mean, catching Jeesh and Diswood, it looks to be a tough task at this point in the race. Cruisin' and Hellraiser seems to be the closest battle on track at the moment. Oh no, we have TJ, Freelix and Boiberger, who look to be just about to lock horns. As Freelix actually grazing the wall. And now that gives TJ the run. And is he going to stick it down the outside? Oh my goodness. TJ just going for everything he sees. This is incredible stuff from TJ.
He's on mediums and the guys in front are on softs. So that they would have the advantage, but TJ's going for it.
Absolutely. This is a mega drive from TJ. He's down in P10, but some of the moves we've seen him pull off tonight are absolutely incredible.
So 2 laps to go, 0.6, 0.5. It's coming down between Jeesh and Diswood, second and third.
Diswood might pick up a penalty for that last, for that first turn. Yeah, he
did.
does. 1
Oh,
second, but Jeesh runs
huge.
wide. Oh, so the podium is back open for Hellraiser and Cruisin'.
Because that 1 second will probably be close to 2 by the time you accelerate back up.
Absolutely. But the question is, will he still put on a good show and try and get the move done on Jeesh despite the 1 second penalty? As Woody actually puts in the fastest lap of the race, and the fastest lap we've seen today, a 58.3. That is incredible pace. As he pulls out from behind Jeesh, and it looks like he's going to get the move done well and truly. But that 1 second penalty lingering over his head.
Hellraiser's pulled 4 tenths back off him.
Oh wow, this is going to be so tight for the podium.
Oh, he's hit the wall.
Jeesh is going to send it up the inside. He's going to get the move done on Diswood.
Yeah, he's just grazed the wall and lost that momentum.
Yeah, just that understeering wide on the old tyres. There's 1 lap to go on this one.
And Hellraiser's got the best tyres out of these these two.
Ooh. As Woody will serve the penalty on the pit straight.
So Cruisin's just fallen off a little bit, so it'll be last lap between these 3 for the second 2 steps.
I reckon Cruisin will get Woody here actually. This 1 second penalty is going to be massive, and Cruisin, is he going to be able to make it? That's the question.
I think he might.
Woody's just weaving a little bit. That gap coming all the way down, but Cruisin unable to close it up enough and take the positions. So we just have to sit behind in 5th at the moment. Hellraiser up into P3.
Oh, Cruisin's had a mark. He's running on mediums against the softs, but with those softs, they've got to be hurting on this lap.
Absolutely. As Hellraiser is actually closing up time to Jeesh.
Yeah.
8 tenths, 7 tenths.
Yeah, last lap. And he's going to have the toe down here.
Is Hellraiser going to get it done? That's the big question. He just needs to have a good run out of this corner. Does he get it? No, he's a little bit away from the apex. It's not great. But it seems like he's got a bit of a run on Jeesh. And he's going to close up that gap. 5 tenths currently. Can Hellraiser take the position? That's the question. They barrel down towards the braking zone. Can he chuck the dive bomb? Oh, he's not going to be close enough. No, he's not. But he's going to have a few more opportunities if he can get it done. Oh.
2 tenths.
This is a mega battle between these guys. And Scar is well and truly going to take this win. But geesh, it looks like he's going to hold on. He has one more opportunity, Hellraiser, to try and stick it down the inside. The gap currently 3/10. It's closer than it's ever been between these two. Can Hellraiser chuck it down the inside? He goes for it! Oh! There's a little bit of contact, but oh, he pulls it up in time.
Oh, who's going to get the run?
Gets it
Hellraiser's
turned
got
in.
momentum.
He's going to have the slipstream.
He's
Oh,
got
he's clipped the wall! Hellraiser's
He's
gone
got
for the move! Oh my! Is he going to get it? This is so close. Hellraiser takes the position! And he'll win he'll come second. Take the position. And Woody and Cruisin', oh my. That was just
0.08.
incredible. Oh my goodness. 800 separating those two. And they're even closer between Boybagum and Blind Man. There is no gap. Boybagum and Blind Man tied.
It's flat. It's
They
a tie.
tied. Have you ever
Yep.
seen that? Have you
No,
ever
I
seen that
haven't.
in a Gran Turismo race?
I didn't even know you could tie in Gran Turismo.
They had a dead heat. Oh my goodness. Oh my, we had 3 runs to the line. That was how close it was. And it looks like these guys are going to have a run to the line as well.
Yeah, Rebs and ISO, although Diabolus is carrying us a penalty here. And a 58.3H3 fastest lap for Diswood, and that's not shabby around here.
My goodness. Boybagum and... yeah, let's just have a look at this. Oh, so the game spat it out and it's sorted out its business, and there's a 2,000th of a second gap between these two for P7 and 8 between Boybagum and Blind Man. Oh, wow. So this is the finishing results for that one. Scar takes P1 with a finishing time of 24 minutes 39 seconds and a best lap of a 1:58.6. Hellraiser takes P2, pipping Geesh at the line. Diswood takes 4th with the fastest lap of the race, a 1:58.3. Cruising in P5, Halesy in P6, Boybagum P7, Blind Man P8, and Freelix P9, TJ P10, Revs in 11th, Diabolus 12th, and Killer with a retirement in P13. So, oh my goodness.
That was good. I'll tell you what, it really shows what round 2 is going to bring on, but what impressed me was just the consistency in the lap times right across the drivers. And also the way they just handled, the way those softs degraded, and they held their times. I thought with the Porsche it would be very slidey. Just the way they held it was great.
Oh wow, I need to catch my breath back after that one. So who are we saying for driver of the day? I think, everybody had a magnificent race. But I think I'm going to have to give my driver of the day. It's got to be Hellraiser. Just there and thereabouts for both of the races. Just incredible stuff for Hellraiser, honestly.
Yeah, I had a tie. I had Hellraiser absolutely just for that last lap, and Scar, just the way he managed that car and the fuel. That he just came from behind through that pit stop and then capitalised on it on those set of softs.
Yeah, he definitely had the best strategy in that last race. He got off the line early and he just pushed to the end. And oh wow, that was just magnificent. So unfortunately, that's all we have for tonight. Yeah, that's all we have for tonight, guys. I think we're going to end it here. Place your driver of the day nominations down below, and if you haven't already liked the video, there's 17 people watching and 8 likes, so I'm sure if you all click the button we could at least get 20 or so, surely. So
Well,
if you haven't
I'm going
already...
to make myself a drink, watch the stream, and I'll hit the like button.
Yeah. So if you haven't already, hit the like button. And if you want to get in on the action that you've seen tonight, join. Go to the description of the video and join the Discord server, the official Discord server for Sector 1. And it's a great bunch of lads in the server, and we'll all get you hooked up and have some fun out on track. Like, that was just incredible. Oh my, that was the best pre-season race I've seen in a long while. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, that was good.
And we're going to pack it up and do it all next week.
Yeah, and it's certainly the track next week. I got a mental blank. It is, save me here. Hang on. Get
3
in the
seconds.
announce.
Next week
is Yamagawa.
Yamagawa. Yeah, we got
that way.
Kyoto Driving Park.
In the Group 3 Mustang.
Yep.
Again, balance of power, same tyre and fuel. It will be great. And also a mixture of compounds. So 13 laps. And we'll do the same as we've done this week. It'll be race 1 qualifying format, race 2 reverse grid.
Yep, absolutely. And if next week has anything close to what we saw this week, it'll be a good affair, that's for sure. So thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, once again, click that like button. We've had just a couple more come through, but come on, guys, click it. Got 20 viewers and only 11 likes. Come on, guys.
Hit like and subscribe.
Come on. Alright, we see a few Driver of the Day nominations coming through. We see Driver of the Day for Womble, Driver of the Day Womble, Driver of the Day Womble. I think it's unanimous. It's a Driver of the Day for Womble.
We need a end of series award for that.
Yeah, we have Driver of the Day for Pineapple. So Pineapple had a good race, didn't he?
Just looking through, I think we've covered everything.
Yep, and I think these guys are keen to get going on some just casual lobbies. So we shouldn't keep them for too much longer.
Yep, no worries. All right, I'll close this one off and say thanks to everyone.
Yeah, thank you for coming, everybody. Thanks for watching. We had a good turnout tonight, both drivers and viewers, and we had heaps of people wanting to drive, and Driver of the Day, the prospector Dadson gave his Driver of the Day to Scar, which is very deserving, and he has a little PS next to it. He says, "Come drive for Dadson Racing, mate."
No, all good.
Still in the hunt for a driver there, Dadson. All right, thanks to everybody for coming tonight.
Well, he's pretty quick. I wouldn't mind him.
Yeah.
not that I'm biased. No.
Yeah.
Dadson Racing. Yeah, all good. All right.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
It was a good one. Thanks for being the race director for tonight's race, Gur, and hope to see everybody next week when